Hi folks, this is Reggie Henry, Chief Technology Officer at ASAE The Center. And one of the really cool things, and you guys know how I like cool things, but one of the really cool things that we're going to have at the technology conference this year is Microsoft's new Surface technology. Most of you, even if you don't think you know what this is, you know what this is. You've seen it on CNN, you've seen it on MSNBC, where one of the moderators gets up at this big map and just starts moving stuff around and showing you the results of polls and things in a very animated way. I was recently went up to Information Strategies, which is a company here in Washington, and Microsoft's local developer of Surface technology applications. And I experienced this technology, and it was just stupidly cool. Here's how I was introduced to the technology. I walk into the room and they've got the Surface technology table there. And I say, man, this is cool already. Show me how it works. And the guy says, well, did you bring your cell phone with you? And I said, yeah, I brought my cell phone with me. He says, do you have a PDA or a cell phone? I say, I got a PDA. He says, well, let's empty the contents of that PDA. And I'm saying, okay, let's do that. And I'm like, how? He says, put your PDA on the table. Put my PDA down on the table. These folders just appear on the Surface technology. And they're my folders out of my PDA. And so he says, open one of the folders. And I'm like, okay, where's the buttons that I push to open the folder? He said, no, open the folder. And I said, wow. He said, do what you think you should do. So I tap on the folder opens, and all my photos fly out across the table. And he says, that photo right there, give it to me. He's sitting across from the table. I give it to you. He said, just push it over here. So I push it, and it goes over there. And he makes the photo bigger, and he makes the photo smaller. And I'm looking around this table, and I realize my videos have fallen out of my PDA as well. And so I click on one of it, and the video starts to play. And then I click on one of my songs, and the audio starts to play. And I'm over here having fun on this table, and across from me, another person is doing similar kinds of things. Okay? Really cool so far. I start to think about how associations might use this. Imagine this. Some folks come to your annual meeting and you've got a bookstore, and they want to, one, see the catalog of books, two, see maybe videos of somebody making a presentation about the topic matter in the books, etc. So they get to your Surface table that you have in place. Okay? And so they push on a folder that says handouts, and all the handouts for the conference are there. And they lay their cell phone down on top of this table, and they just start flicking those handouts into their cell phone or PDA. And they want to see what publications you might have to offer. So they open this folder right there on the table that has your most recent publications, and they see the cover, and they read the first chapter, and they want to buy it. And they say, okay, I want to buy this. And they reach in their credit into their wallets, and they get a credit card out, and they lay it on the table, and they get charged for the publication. And oh, by the way, a PDF of the publication they push into their cell phone or their PDA or whatever mobile device they have. So you start to think about this technology as a new distribution mechanism as well as a wow factor. And here's one last example. Think about what it takes to lay out a magazine right now. Suppose you had all the pages for the magazine laid out on this table, and you have all the photos and other things you usually try to lay out and add to a magazine on this table, and you just start to merge those things with your hands, not with tape and paper and all those things around a room, but you just start to create that right there on that table with your hands. And so when I started to think about, what really exemplifies a new way of thinking that we ought to pay attention to, it's these kinds of technologies. So please join me at the technology conference in seeing this table displayed and coming up with what we think might be solutions that association could use with this new technology. Thank you.